Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Mastery Transcript Consortium Virtual College Fair. We're excited to have you participating in this event with us. We have some fantastic schools here with us today. Each will have 6 minutes to share more about their institution, but we'll be around for the entire session. So feel free to send us your questions through the Q&A button. So this is a webinar. So if you have any questions, go ahead and type those into the Q&A box at any time throughout the presentation. Before we get started, just a few housekeeping items. Your camera and microphone off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. Again, you can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters. And this is just one of many different sessions happening today. So be sure to go onto the website and schedule and check out more of the sessions happening. And this presentation is being recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/mastery. I'm going to turn it over to our first presenter today, which is University of Utah.
Wonderful. Thank you, Sarah. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Okay. All right. Well, welcome to the University of Utah. My name is Moana Hansen-Kofe, and so excited to be here with you all today. So just an overview of the University of Utah. We are the flagship University of Utah. We've been around since 1850, quite a bit of time. Our campus spans over 3 different locations. Our main location is in Salt Lake City, Utah. We also have campuses in Harriman, Utah, along with Incheon, Songdo, South Korea. Our campus is home to just over 26,000 students. So with that, our student to faculty ratio is 18:1. We want to maintain kind of a smaller student to faculty ratio. Our average class size is 34 students. We are considered a Carnegie R1 research university. And so our undergraduate students, along with our grad students, have an opportunity to research in just about all academic areas on campus. Research is also one of the reasons why we are a member of the Association of American Universities, which is 71 of the national leading universities on the leading edge of research, innovation, and scholarships. And so the University of Utah this year was just ranked by the Wall Street Journal as a number 8 top public university nationwide. And then we are also ranked as number 2 by the George W. Bush Foundation for Innovation, Impact, and Productivity. And so that just means that the University of Utah, one of the top universities that is actually leveraging its research to actually create companies, create jobs, and actually implement ideas in the real world. So just a little bit about our location. Really, students do get the best of both worlds. We are considered a full-fledged college city. We are about 10 minutes from downtown Salt Lake City, but also students have access to unlimited outdoor adventure. So we're about 30 minutes from 7 world-class ski resorts. We're 20 minutes from Park City, and then we're an hour's drive from 5 national parks. So there's lots to do. Again, students really do get access to all the things in Salt Lake City. So in terms of our academic programs, the University of Utah is home to 18 different colleges and schools. So we have everything from architecture and planning, all the way down to social work and undergraduate studies. We are home to 102 different majors, 98 minors, and 35 certificates. You'll see a list of our nationally ranked programs kind of right there at the bottom. We do encourage students to consider living on campus for at least 1 year. So the University of Utah does have a designated first-year housing village known as Collard Village. And so our housing does offer a variety of different room types, from pods, single rooms, to suites and apartment style units. So there really is something for everyone right here on campus. And we can guarantee housing for all of our first-year students. Aside from living on campus, something that's a big part of our I say the student experience are our athletic traditions. So the University of Utah is home to 19 varsity sports. We are known for football, gymnastics, and ski. And we are also home to 21 different club sports. So you'll see kind of our different national championships and accolades there to the left. But one of our biggest traditions is to light the U. We have a big U on the Wasatch Front Mountains. So anytime one of our athletic teams wins, you'll see the big U lit up at night. Now let's shift gears and talk about kind of our admissions process. So our freshman admissions process consists of the following steps. We are part of the Common Application, so students can easily apply. on our website at admissions.utah.edu or through the Common App at commonapp.org. Our admissions process does require the following. We do require official transcripts that are sent directly from your school. We do allow students to submit a personal essay as part of the Common App. It's optional and it will definitely be considered, along with up to 2 letters of recommendations as well. We are test optional for the 2024 school year, so ACT or SAT scores are completely optional. Our big deadline for students to apply is December 1st. This is considered our early action deadline. Students who meet that deadline will also be considered for merit-based scholarships as well. So I'll talk about that in just a moment. In terms of our admission standards, what carries the most weight are our primary factors. So we do take into consideration a student's academic performance and preparation in terms of rigor of coursework. So things like honors, AP, IB, dual enrollment. We look at grade trends, cumulative GPA. Then we also look at academic excellence or different intellectual pursuits. We will also consider a student's kind of involvement outside of the classroom. So any extracurricular activities, leadership, work experience, any honors awards, distinctions, we also take that into consideration as well. I will note that ACT and SAT scores are considered more of a secondary factor as well. So average freshman GPA for students who are admitted to the University of Utah for fall 2022 was 3.66. Now, in terms of scholarships and financial aid, we do offer FAFSA in terms of grants, loans, work study. So there's different resources. We do encourage students to file the FAFSA by February 1st. We will also consider students for merit scholarships, so long as you complete the admissions process by December 1st. Students can also apply to a variety of different campus scholarships through utah.academicworks.com. So there's something for everyone. Last but not least, is we do offer discounted tuition options for those of you who are in a WUI state. It is considered a merit scholarship, so you can qualify as long as you complete the admissions application by December 1st. We also do allow students to establish residency for tuition purposes after 1 year, so you can qualify for in-state tuition. So I will drop my contact information in the chat box if you have questions about those discounted tuition options. If you have any questions, our contact information is here. I will leave my name and email in the chat. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, University of Utah. And again, this is a great reminder to submit your questions to our presenters. They are eager and ready to help and answer your questions. Next up, we have Central Washington University.
All right, thank you. Let me go ahead and also share my screen. Okay, so really quick, I'm going to drop in the chat. I'm going to start my timer too. The brochure that is a little bit more detailed about what I will be going over. That way you'll have something to reference to. But hi everyone, my name is Andrea Gaeta. I'm an admissions counselor at Central Washington University. You will have an opportunity at the end to take another picture of my information. I will also drop it in the chat at the end. But with that being said, we are Central Washington University. We're a public state university located in the state of Washington, about 2 hours east of Seattle in Ellensburg, Washington. A little bit different than Western Washington for those that don't know the area. Get a little bit more sunshine than what individuals usually think of in Washington state. So we're about 3 hours from Spokane, 4 hours from Portland, Oregon, near a little bit of everything. As you can see, we're also near Snoqualmie Pass, which is also a ski resort in the state of Washington. So moving forward, what we are known for, we are a medium-sized school, so about 10,000 to 11,000 students attend Central. 38% of our first-year students are people of color. We're one of the top 50 LGBTQ plus friendly communities in the nation, and our average class size is about 20 to 30 students. So we also have a faculty to student ratio of 1 to 18, also keeping it pretty small. And we also have over 135 programs, hence why our class sizes are also smaller. We're always pushing for real-world experience, and I'll mention some examples once we talk about our programs. And we also have opportunities to conduct and publish research. So for our programs at Central Washington University, our top majors go anywhere from business administration to the sciences, music, education, so on. So business administration ranges anywhere from HR, so human resources, to general business, marketing. For education, any future teachers, we produce about 30% of Washington State teachers. For music, we're very well known in the region, so not just Washington State, but in the Pacific Northwest. Students are also able to be involved in the music program without majoring in a music degree. The sciences, this includes biology, chemistry, but also like the health sciences, any pre-med students, pre-nursing, nutrition, and so on. And then ITEM is information technology administrative management, so IT management or anything in the realm of like cybersecurity. For our unique majors, aviation is huge with us. Aviation and paramedicine are our only competitive programs. We're not a very competitive school. But as you can see, these are actually our own airplanes on the screen. Paramedicine, we're at the top of the nation for the program. Actuarial science, this combines science and math. Construction management, global wine studies and craft brewing. Sports management, so students love working with student athletes, and a great example of having that hands-on experience. Also paramedicine, we have our own ambulance on campus, so students are always getting, again, that hands-on experience outside of the classroom. Last but not least, apparel, textiles, and merchandising. In that last page of the brochure and the link that I shared, you'll see the long list that we have of all of our programs. So these are just the ones that we are known for. Talking about our application, our priority deadline is March 1st. So we have something called rolling admissions. We accept students all year round, but March 1st is a priority deadline for fall of 2024. Our application is online or on the Common App. Just search cw.edu/apply, and that'll be straight through our website. There is a $60 application fee. Lots of different ways to get away with those. So please connect with me if you would like to explore options of a fee waiver. We will look at your transcripts. So we will look for a GPA between a 2.0 and a 4.0 GPA unweighted, and we will look for your CATRs. So how many years of English, math, and so on. And these numbers that are on the screen are how many years we look for. And if you are a GPA between a 2.0 and 3.0, we'll ask for a personal statement. If you're above a 3.0 GPA, and again, on track to meet your CATRs, then you qualify for guaranteed admission to get into Central. Just send in your application and you're admitted to Central. SAT and ACT scores, those are optional. You will only benefit from those. And we always connect with students who need to write a personal statement if you're between a 2.0 and a 3.0. So for tuition and fees, they all kind of depending where you're located. In-state is about $7,000, $10,500 for WUI students, and this is automatic on your account, depending as long as your address has that on there. And then for out of state, everywhere else in the eastern side of the nation will be about $24,600. Fees is about $2,000, and you are required to live on campus and have a meal plan, and that comes out to the average of $16,300, all depending on your choices of if you have a roommate or not and what size meal plan you have. So lots of different things to do on campus. Again, being in Eastern Washington, we get lots more sunshine. And so being near Snoqualmie Pass, we have lots of different ways to stay active, whether skiing, snowboarding, but on campus, we have a rec center. We also have a pool and all those fun things, on campus events all year round. We have over 125 clubs and organizations, identity-based ones included, to showcase the diversity that we have on campus. Also studying abroad options, really anything you can think of. We are D2 in sports, except rugby, we are actually D1. We also have a cheer team, and we also have club sports that are not listed on here, but lots of different variety for students to get involved in. Lots of also support services, different ways to support you throughout your academic experience, but also personally, and anything you can think of. If you're a first generation student, we have programs for you such as Trio Camp if you come from migrant working background, and so on. So lots of different ways to support you. Biggest thing I want y'all to take away from this, if you're able to experience different colleges, universities, this is a great resources YouTube video that is via that QR code. I will also send a link at the end of this for y'all to have access to. And last but not least, this is my information. I will drop it again also in the chat, but please feel free to contact me anytime with any questions and if you'd like to learn more. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Next up, we have Kent State University.
Buddy, let me just share my screen really quick. Alrighty, so we're gonna make this quick. So I'm gonna go through this material pretty quickly. But my name's Kayla McNair, and I'm a senior admissions counselor here at Kent State University in the Office of Admissions. So I'm kind of here to help you guys make that transition from high school to university setting just a little bit easier. So you can reach out to me with any questions or concerns. So some of you guys on this call might be wondering, where is Kent State University located? So we are located in Northeast Ohio here, located with the star on the screen. So as you can see, We are about 40 minutes south of Cleveland, about 20 minutes away from Akron, about 2 hours away from Columbus, and about 3.5 away from Cincinnati as well. And with that, we are neighboring a lot of different states as well, such as Kentucky, West Virginia, which is where I'm from, and Pennsylvania as well. So we are a D1 institution. So we actually are one of the top largest public schools in the state of Ohio, next to Ohio State as well. So from that, we do have about 4,200 Golden Flashes welcomed into our campus each year for incoming students. And then we also have about 22,000 students located on our Kent campus with our 8 different regional campuses as well. So we are a bigger school, we are a D1 school, but it is a small town feeling here at Kent State. You're super close to our downtown area and different things available on campus for you as well. And then a little bit more about our incoming Golden Flashes here at Kent State University. We review students on a holistic approach. So with that, test scores and letters of recommendation and application essays are optional through the admissions process. But from that, on average, our students are averaging about a 3.0 GPA, and that is where our test scores fall for an ACT between a 20 and a 24, and then a 1040 and a 1220 as well at Kent State. So I always tell students we do that holistic approach. I always really encourage application essays and letters of recommendation, but from that, that really lets us get to know a little bit more about you, your story, and your goals here at Kent State. But that is our average incoming freshman class here at Kent. And then a little bit more about academics at our institution. This is going to answer that age-old question of what do I want to do for the rest of my life and what do I want to study? So as you can see here located on the screen, we have about 360 different majors and programs. A lot of our different majors here at our institution have different areas of concentration. So some of that might be biology pre-med, we might have pre-fashion, exercise science, child psychology are just some of those different programs. So for anyone that doesn't know much about Kent, I'm going to name some of those high-level programs here at our institution. We're very well known for our professional pilot. We have a pilot hangar about 20 minutes away from campus where our students have our professional pilot program. We're also very well known for our architecture. So architecture, architectural studies, construction management, and interior design. We're also very well known for our School of Arts and our fashion programs. We have fashion design and fashion merchandising. So we actually have a building owned by Kent State University in New York City where our students can study away. We also have a building owned by Kent State in Florence, Italy as well, which is another great program for some of those study abroad opportunities. And then all the way down to nursing, public health, and then our psychology and sociology programs here at Kent. So we do cast a pretty wide net, but some of those that I did highlight are some of those popular opportunities at Kent State University. And then a little bit more about on-campus housing. We do have living learning communities. That's actually where, if you're interested for nursing, you can live with all of those nursing students in, let's say, Centennial Courts A or B on our campus that are all on the same floor, and you can make those connections, but those are not required. That's just another perk that we have here on campus. But we have 24 different residence halls here on campus where there's single rooms, double rooms, suite style. We have 2 different dining halls here located on our campus. We have a Starbucks, Hippie Chicken, plenty of different places for our students to grab a quick bite to eat. And then outside of those academics, we really like to let students know a little bit more about what you can get involved with on campus, such as our orientation program, our academic success center, student multicultural center. We also have over 300 different student organizations and clubs, and those are really good ways to get involved outside of campus and make those connections as well. So what's next for our seniors? We're actually waiving the application fee until the end of October. So that's on the Common App and the Kent State application as well. So if you're a senior, then that's a great opportunity to save that application fee and apply for free to our institution. But again, we're on the Kent State application and our Common application as well. So we are test optional. So all we're going to need are those transcripts from your high school. And then from that, it takes about 5 to 10 days for processing. And then we start releasing those decisions to our students as well. And then this just goes over at glance some of those different opportunities for what it costs to attend Kent State University, and your tuition will get frozen for 4 years for whatever that rate is if you're an out-of-state student coming into our institution, on top of merit-based scholarships, Scholarship Universe, and of course FAFSA as well. And then this just goes over a little bit more about that. All of our students are reviewed for merit-based scholarships whenever you're coming into our institution, anywhere. And then, of course, with the FAFSA, with grants and loans. And then our scholarship universe is another portal for our students too. And then if you're on social media, be sure to follow us on social media. We're on Instagram and Twitter. We're going to be posting about our open house tomorrow. And that's a great way to stay connected as well. So if you have any questions, you can drop them in the chat. Again, my name's Kayla, and I'd be happy to assist you. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Kayla. Next up, we have Wake Forest University.
All right. Hello, friends. Excuse me as I fumble to share my screen here. Perfect. All right. So good evening, everyone. Thanks so much for taking the time to join us today. My name is Cesar Grisales, and I'm an Assistant Dean of Admissions at Wake Forest. And I'm also an alum. I graduated in 2019. So I'm happy to chat about admissions or student experience type questions. I'm also a first-gen student, and so happy to chat about that. But this is our wonderful campus. The map makes it seem sort of large and intimidating, but it's not. If so, from end to end, whether it be east, west, north, south, it's only like 20, 25 minutes walking. And so it's an incredibly digestible space for our students. And I think it's rather beautiful. So we're located in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, as you can see in the map, fairly centrally located. 45 minutes west, we have the mountains, and then maybe 2.5 hours, 3 hours east, you'll start to reach the beaches. And so it's not uncommon for our students to kind of go on day trips to places, or maybe split up the drive to the beaches over a weekend or something. And then we also have 3 international airports that are all within about an hour and a half of our campus. I would say that our school sort of straddles the high end of small and the low end of medium in terms of size. We have about 5,447 undergraduates, and our average class size is going to be about 20 to 25 students, leading with an 11-to-1 student to faculty ratio. And so some pretty small classes, 99% of our classes will never go beyond that 50 student mark. We have about 47 states and 48 countries represented on campus. Typically, the states that'll give us some trouble are one of the Dakotas and Alaska. So if anyone joining us tonight is from any of those spaces, feel free to shoot me a message after the fact. A little bit about Winston. A lot of folks think that because you're coming to the South, you're going to be sort of in a really small town where you're kind of bumping shoulders with the same people all the time. But that's not true for Winston. So I like to say that we're a Goldilocks size, 250,000 people. If anyone's ever heard of Krispy Kreme, Winston-Salem is the home of Krispy Kreme donuts, and Texas Pete hot sauce as well. And so, a couple of things to our name. Our students have great access to the downtown sector of Winston, mainly because we have this new downtown facility over there. And so this is going to be kind of a different flavor of environment for our students, considering kind of that American Gothic architecture that we have on the Reynolda campus. But we have shuttles that go down here almost every 15 minutes, starting at 7 a.m. till about 10 o'clock at night. And this space is used by all of our students. It was created with the purpose of housing our engineering program, but has certainly evolved way past that in recent years. I did research down here with an engineering professor, even though I was a political science major. And so that kind of speaks to the interdisciplinary nature of our teaching and learning styles at the university. The space is also used by the graduate medical school. So lots of interplay between our graduate med students, graduate professors, and undergrads that are seeking just exposure, research opportunities, conversations with folks who have broken into that realm. And it's nice to find that not everyone's path has always been super linear. In terms of our curriculum, we'll have about 52 majors and 63 minors to be found on campus. Our students will all declare their major at the end of sophomore year. So you pretty much have those 4 semesters to think about what you want to do before you commit. The liberal arts purpose of Wake Forest is to kind of encourage students to study across the academic spectrum. So one of my favorite examples is a friend of mine. He majored in physics and minored in creative writing. Those are typically not 2 fields, you see 2 people kind of bringing together. Another one of my friends, his diploma says Bachelor of Arts in Music from Wake Forest University, but he did the pre-health track at the same time, and now he's in med school studying anesthesiology. So you don't necessarily have to be a bio or chem student to pursue that realm. Our engineering students can also be history majors. Our business students can also be dual Spanish majors, however you want to look at that. We do have some core curriculum classes at the university, and so there are 5 divisions and 8 classes in total. You have 8 semesters in college, and so it's pretty simple to just take one of those a semester till you graduate. Some people carbo load early on, some folks will leave those for later on. And then we also will send a lot of students abroad. And so abroad programs are also designed to knock out a lot of those divisionals in one fell swoop. We have well over 400 study abroad programs all over the US. Excuse me, not all over the US, all over the world. We send about 78% of our students abroad at least once. And so the 3 houses here that you see across Europe are just spaces that the university owns. But we have programs that expand, as far East Asia, South America, nations in Africa. The only place we don't send students is Antarctica, but if you found research to be down over there, we would most likely send you if there was a way. And then we also have a study away program in Washington, D.C., where students will take about 12 credit hours of classes, and the remainder of their time is filled with an internship that they're fulfilling while they're there. Most of our students are going to go abroad sophomore, junior year, but it's still available to seniors. And we also have some summer programs as well. Tuition and cost is all the same, so your financial aid will follow you abroad wherever you may go. Coming back to campus, we do have a 3-year living requirement. I know this is something that could be a little bit different from other universities or that students aren't expecting, but I really liked living on campus all 4 of my years. It helps us create a residential space that's incredibly welcoming for folks. And so about 75% of our student body lives on campus. Because of the volume of folks that we send abroad, it's pretty easy to have students on campus. We have over 250 student organizations. We are a D1 school in the ACC, and we have 3 admissions processes: early decision, early action, and regular decision. All you have to do is apply by November 15th to be considered. But we're a test optional school, have been since 2015. So just be yourself in the application process and trust the process. And I'm happy to answer any questions. I'll leave my contact in the chat.
Thank you so much, Wake Forest University. Next up, we have Chestnut Hill College.
So, hi everyone, my name is Danny Liu. I am the Associate Director of Admissions here at Chestnut Hill College. Chestnut Hill College was founded in 1924 by the Sister of St. Joseph. We were founded as an all-female school and then later on adapted to being a co-ed institution. We were founded as an inclusive Catholic community rooted and animated in the missions of the Sister of St. Joseph, committed to a transformative, holistic education, just relationship, innovative thinking, and responsible action toward a more unified global society and sustainable earth. Why Chestnut Hill College? Chestnut Hill College is located in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, so we're also very close by to the city, so that will be a great opportunity for students to look for internship opportunities. We have 11-to-1 student to faculty ratio, so your class size is a lot smaller, and you'll have that personalized attention with your professors as well as your classmates. We have 18 Division II athletic sports teams, and we do offer $20 million in award and scholarship each year to our students, and we have 65 plus clubs and organization for students to be able to get involved in. Here's a list of our majors that we offer. We offer 63 plus different majors and minors here at Chestnut Hill College. Different from other institutions where they separate their school into different schools for different majors. Here at Chestnut Hill College, because we only have 900 undergraduate students, we separate our programs into different centers so that students can be able to get an interdisciplinary majors that will correspond with other majors that they are interested in studying here at Chestnut Hill. Here at Chestnut Hill College, we wanted to do our best to support our students by offering different support system on campus. As you can see on the screen here, these are the different support system that is available on campus and different from other institutions. We have a full-time hired literacy specialist that is located in our literacy service office that can be able to help with students who have English or pronunciations that would need some support. And we do offer a neurodiversity program for students who has ADHD or autism to work with our bridge programs with our executive director. As I mentioned before, we do have 65 plus different clubs and organizations on campus for students to be able to get involved in. Most of the time, students can be able to get involved in more than one club, and a lot of our student leaders on campus host more than one position on campus. Students do also have the opportunity to be able to study abroad or study away. We do have students who study abroad to different countries like Spain, Italy, England, and for students who would like to stay closer in the US and study away, we do have options at our sister school that students can study in, and one of the schools that students can study in is in Los Angeles, California, where they can study it away for a few weeks. Here at Chestnut Hill College, students can also be able to live on campus. We have 3 different residence hall options for students to live on campus, and we also have an apartment complex that is close by to campus that students can be able to rent out and live. 80% of our students live on campus because of the close resource and the faculty and staff support system on campus. We do offer dining services on campus. We have a dining hall on campus, as well as a small little lounge for students to be able to relax and enjoy some Starbucks coffee. We also have options for a grab and go for students who needed to get to class rather than going into the dining hall to grab a bite to eat. As I mentioned before, we are a Division II, so these are all the sports that we offer for our men's and women, and we do participate in the Central Athletics Collegiate Conference for all of our sports teams that we offer as a D2, and we do offer scholarship as well as a D2 institution. Here at Chestnut Hill College, we do offer financial aid. As I mentioned before, we do offer $20 million in scholarship annually to our students. Here, just a few specific scholarship and programs that we offer to students, like our interdisciplinary honors program for students who are interested in the honors courses. We have Tishner Career Scholar Program for students who are interested in any STEM majors. And then if you are a alumni of the institution, we have the Alumni Legacy Scholarship. And then if you are coming from a Catholic high school, we do offer our Legacy of Service. We do push our students to always complete the FAFSA to earn the most max amount of money. And our scholarship and our tuition right now is about $39,000, and with room and board, it will be about $12,300. So altogether, if you're looking to attend a private institution like Chestnut Hill College, it will be a total of $50,000 a year. But we do offer a hefty amount of scholarship to help lower down the cost and make your college experience more affordable. So how do you be able to apply to us? Well, you can be able to apply through us on our online website, or you can be able to apply to us through the Common Application. It's a simple application. It's rolling base and it's free of cost. We don't have specific deadlines. So as soon as you complete your application, you can be able to submit that. And all we need is just your high school transcript. And if you have personal statement, that will be great. You can be able to send it in. And we are also a test optional school. So feel free to come visit us and also follow us on our different social media platform. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Next up, we have Northeastern University.
All right, hi everyone. My name is Chito Hernandez. I'm one of the assistant directors of undergraduate recruitment at Northeastern University, located, I am Boston based. So this is a picture of our Boston campus. And just to let you know about Northeastern, we have 3 undergraduate campuses that students can do their full undergraduate degree at. So on the Boston campus, we're in the middle of the city. We're about 19,000 students on that campus. If you are looking to still get a Northeastern experience, but also be in a more residential college feel with a smaller size class, about 2,000 to 3,000 students, our Oakland campus might be a great fit for you as well. On our Oakland campus, you'll still have full access to all our experiential learning, whether that's the co-op experience, research opportunities, global experiences, and service learning courses. And then the other thing is, for if you want to be outside of the US but still have a Northeastern education, we also have a school in London. The one difference for the London program is how you will be applying to it. For both Boston and Oakland, you can apply through the Common App and the Coalition app. And for our London one, you will have to apply through the UCAS, which is the UK's version of the Common App, or through the London Northeastern website directly as well. And the one thing about that London program, though, is if you apply and are admitted through the London program, you're automatically enrolled in a dual degree program. We follow the UK system in terms of at the end of 3 years, you will graduate with your UK degree. And your fourth and final year, you get to decide whether you want to spend it in Oakland, California, or Boston, Massachusetts. And at the end of 4 years, you're graduating with both a bachelor's from a UK degree and also American degree, both from Northeastern University. At Northeastern, we have 8 colleges and programs. We have 7 academic colleges, and what makes it the 8th program is our Explore program. Our Explore program is for students who may not know exactly what they want to do, or maybe they have multiple passions and still don't know what to hone it in. About 20% of our incoming class every year will come in through the Explore program. So if you're coming in undeclared, undecided, don't feel like it's going to negatively impact your application to Northeastern, as that is one of the main things that Northeastern focus on, and allowing the flexibility for our students to switch in and out of majors and colleges to figure out their passions throughout their 4 years as well. Our top 3 colleges that students are interested in at Northeastern are Core Computer Science, College of Engineering, and DeMoore McKinley School of Business tend to be our top 3 colleges in terms of student interest as they're applying to Northeastern. As you can see, our student ratio is about 15 students to 1 professor, and all our classes are taught by industry leaders in the field. Most of the classes will have some TAs in it, but will not be taught by the TA. The TA is there to host some study hours, study halls, and support you through some lab works and or any homework help that you may need throughout the time at Northeastern. One of the things that Northeastern is very known for is the hands-on learning approach to education. And the best thing that our students do is that co-op experience. The co-op experience is somewhere in between research, internship and a full-time working professional. It's 6 months of working full-time for a company, nonprofit, organization, Fortune 500, and students will be working for 6 months. And during those 6 months, you are not taking any classes with Northeastern. Therefore, you're not paying any tuition to us. The only thing you're going to be paying for during that co-op experience is any housing or living accommodations that you may inquire during that time. And usually our co-op students will be working in their field. So if you're an accounting major or a concentration, you might be working at PwC, which is one of the biggest accounting firms in the world, as an account analyst. Journalism, you might be working with the Boston Globe, the New York Times. Marketing, you might be on the PR team for Puma, so on and so forth. You're going to be working in your industry for those 6 month time. So students are able to do 2 full co-ops and graduate with still in 4 years. We have a bigger handful of students now selecting to do 3 co-ops. And if you do 3 co-ops, that will prolong your graduation rate to 4.5 to 5 years. We are a global institution, not only with our campus in London, but we have a lot of different pathways for students to go abroad in their first year. The NUWIN program is where you'll spend your first semester abroad. If you're admitted into this program, students will have up to 3 different options in terms of major compatibility for you to study abroad. Last year, Athens was very popular. This year, Paris was filled up in about 3 hours. So the student interest does change year to year, and these locations are first come, first serve, and the locations will be released all at the same time after the regular decision release, so that all students have equal access to be able to deposit for their program location. We have 1 year's programs as well. The Global Scholars Program, you'll be spending a semester in each one of our campuses. So if you start in Oakland, you're going to finish in London, and vice versa. If you start in London, you're going to finish in Oakland, and then you're going to return to us after that first year and continue on to the rest of your graduation rate until on our Boston campus. And we also have a year-long London Scholars Program where you'll spend your whole first year in London and then return back your sophomore year until graduation in that sense as well. And for all these pathways, students will have the opportunity to live on campus and are guaranteed housing when they come back. So we have about 19,000 students on our Boston campus. About 19% of our student populations do identify as international students. So we have students coming, and in terms of representation, we have 110 countries represented, 74 different languages. And I think that's the beauty of studying in Boston or Northeastern, but Boston as a whole. We have over just 250,000 students coming to Boston to start their college experience for the first time. So you'll be surrounded by folks beginning that college transition as well. We have 11 different culture centers for students to be able to find that sense of community on our campus that range from ethnicity, identifying culture centers, religious identifying ones, or affinity identification culture centers as well. Every student will be evaluated for merit aid when they apply to Northeastern. Merit aid is competitive. Our top 10 to 15% of our application pool will get some sort of merit aid, but we have a Northeastern promise for anything you are evaluated for in terms of need-based financial aid. We will give that to you in 100% scholarships and grants and not loans, and that is promised for your 4 years and 8 academic semesters at Northeastern. I did put the brochure on the chat, so feel free to look at that. And I'll put my contact information as well, but I'm going to pass it back over to Sarah.
Thank you so much, Northeastern University. At this time, I'd like to invite all of our panelists to join me back on camera. We have set questions by StriveScan, and we have time, I believe, for at least one question, and hear a little bit of advice from each of our presenters. So we'll go in the order that you all presented, starting with University of Utah. Very briefly, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process?
I think a big part of the college search process really is fit. And so we encourage as much as possible for students to really come and experience campus in some capacity. So whether that is like attending a campus event, or if we have an out-of-state event, to attend that. But also we do offer some virtual options as well for students to take a virtual tour or to engage with an admission counselor to ensure that the University of Utah is the right fit.
Central Washington University.
I was going to go through the same realm. I was also going to say just visit as many schools as you can. I know from personal experience as a first-generation student, I visited the schools I was interested in. I knew from that moment that that was going to be the one I was going to go to. So not just focus on the college itself, but the area, hence utilize the resources of online tours, virtual tours, or visit as many in person if possible.
Kent State University.
Hi, so I'm kind of going to mimic what they're also saying as well. It's definitely getting out and seeing campus. We have a lot of different visit days at Kent State University. We offer campus tours all, throughout the summer, and we also have various different visit days, but you really can't figure out your fit until you're actually on the campus. So going to D1 schools, D2 schools, public, private, all those different types of things are pretty important. And it's also okay to know if you don't know exactly what you want to study. I think that's a lot of pressure as our students are coming into campus at any institution, is knowing exactly what you want to study, but we have a lot of resources at all institutions to help you along the way.
Wake Forest University.
Yeah, so one thing I'd say is don't be too beholden to numbers. I think a lot of students are looking at rank and think that that's what makes a good school. The fact of the matter is that the comfort level that you have at a university and institution is going to determine how successful you'll be, and you're the person that's going to define success for your life. And so don't worry about what other folks are doing. Trust the process. And yeah, learn as much as you can about a school. Ask questions. I don't ever mind getting an email. Again, as a first-gen student, please ask questions and check your emails.
Chestnut Hill College.
I would like to also divvy up with the same information that everyone has said. Definitely come out and visit the college that you wanted to see. Don't just limit yourself to just big or small school. Every school will offer the same program, but definitely see what's the uniqueness of each individual institution that is available to you, and that you can be able to go on and tour around their campus, either coming to different events or activities, but also definitely reach out to their faculty and staff members, as well as speaking with their students as well, just to see the reason why they are there at the campus.
And Northeastern University.
I echo everything all my colleagues have said. I would also add, even this is what I tell students applying ED to any school. I think that goes to any decision round. You want to make sure you have the trifecta. You want the academic, financial, and social fit. And with any relationship, you never want to compromise for what you're looking for. So you want to make sure that all of the schools you're applying for, you're looking at, will have every single thing you're looking for in terms of the academic, financial, and that social fit, to make sure that you're going to have the best 4 years of your college transition, whether it's 3 to 5 years. Some people graduate early, some people take a little extra time, or however your trajectory is. You want to make sure that the school you chose to go through, embark your college transition and your college phase, that is going to be the best school in terms of all those 3 trifectas of looking for colleges.
Well, I want to thank, that is all our time today. I want to thank our wonderful presenters for joining us, and you for joining in. We encourage you to check back to the schedule and sign up for more sessions. You'll be able to find this session's recording as well as all of the other session recordings at strivescan.com/mastery. Thank you so much and have a great rest of the day.